Hello, hello, hello. I just have my iPad sitting up like that, so let me. Alright. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, y'all. So, that's cute. Hold on a second. Let me text this real quick. Hold on one second, y'all. Alright, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Alright. Welcome to my channel, Intuitive Mom. I'm going to give y'all these messages real quick. I had such a beautiful dream last night. I can't. Y'all, like, such a beautiful dream. I actually been having, like, the dreams have been really moving. This is eclipse season, so we had a lunar eclipse on September the 7th, and we have a solar eclipse on September the 29th. Okay, so from the full moon to the new moon, we had a super full moon, and then this is actually one of the ancestors. All right, this is a time to move the ancestors, elevate them, to venerate them, elevate them, and also, just like kind of cleanse it all up. All right, and so the dreams have really been dreaming. Okay, if everybody should be experiencing some type of spiritual movement. Okay, everybody, and it's really guiding you into like your dharma, right, into your soul purpose. Hello, hello, hello. Y'all don't forget to like the video. It helps the algorithm, and I truly appreciate it. Um, don't spam me. Don't spam me. But thank you. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. I love it. I love it. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. But I love it. I appreciate you. Rich day, Abby. Yeah, I have a strong message, but that message I'm gonna put it out later. I'm gonna put it out later. It's not a read. It will be a reading, but it's not a reading per se. Okay. Um, But let me get these messages out. All right. All right. So, dear divine, please bless and charge me and the collective with the energy to bring a balance to our complete being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Everything that is above is below. Please block out any interruptions, any ill intentions, anybody that is sent to distract or interfere. Please block out all of that. All right. Please just show us our divine way. All right. In the most peaceful manner ever. All right. Anything that is meant to come up and give us clarity. Please light the way for that, divine. Our ancestors, our spirit guides. And our angels. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So y'all, I if you are here in peace, may you please be blessed. If you are here out of deception or envy or spite, may divine uncover you. Our spirit guides, ancestors, and loved ones, please protect this space. And our ancestors that war for us, please cover us. We are protected in divine's light, love, and grace. Jama Kali, Jama Durga, about the streets, how you may peace be with all of us. All right. Alright, so I'm on my iPad, so of course y'all not gonna see panoramic. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm doing 5 things at once. Rich day, rich day. Okay, so I'm on my iPad, so y'all definitely aren't going to see the cards, but I am going to show y'all. So the cards that came out so far is broken. I feel shattered about this situation and reminiscing. Okay, I miss our inside jokes, and I know that I messed up everything. Okay. Unfinished business. All right. Thank you so much, Divine. Give me one more. All right. What is the message? Values. Okay. Values. And it says, we have too many differences. All right. And it says, I'm so attracted to you in reverse. So I want to first give the message about what has been coming up for the collective, and is really about like not understanding what is happening. Okay, what is happening on your timeline and in your life. It's almost as if like the things that you would normally respond to, or that you would gravitate towards to, not even just like respond to, like, okay, back and forth responding like that. But let's say that something that something is supposed to be triggering, like you know it's supposed to trigger you. It could be a conversation, it could be a food, it could be a vice or whatnot. Like I don't know, it's just like something that would normally trigger you to do something and react or respond, to react and responding, okay, whether it's calm, cool, and collect, or whether it's like, okay, there could be people around you that have expressed how they feel about you in a good and a bad way, or express how they feel about your actions, and about your life. Okay, there's people around you that may have expressed those, right? It had expressions towards you, and um you know, this, I feel broken and I feel shattered about the situation. I feel as if this is a energy of like not knowing. It's almost as if, like, you know how when you used to break a toy, you'd be like, okay, well, it need to go in the trash, right? Now, or when you used to, not, let me not even use a toy. When you break a cup, all right, you break a cup, you break off the handle of the cup. You like, all right, well, the cup need to go in the trash now, right? But if you are somebody that looks at everything with value, right? Values. If you look at everything with value, you're like, well, I still can cook. I still can drink from that cup. All right. Now, it's not a bowl that's broken where the bowl is cracked, and if you eat from it, you're gonna be swallowing glass. Essentially, you're looking at everything now as if it has some type of value, and you like, am I hoarding? Am I like, am I hoarding, or am I just being cheap? Or like, you're questioning everything that is going on in your life, right? And it's simply because of what you've had, what you lost, and what you're getting. That's it. What you had, what you lost, and what you're getting. And you're like, well, this, I don't want to use that as an example. There's nothing up here I can use as an example. Yes, I can. All right. So you have this bottle. This bottle is empty now, right? I can't believe I paid $12.22 for this, but I did. Okay, but it is worth it. It's very much so worth it. If it was $25, then it'd be worth it as well too. Okay, but you have this bottle. This bottle is empty now, right? This bottle is essentially your life. All right, and it's empty. You cleared out people that no longer serve value to you, that really harvest off of you. You've been moving these people out of your way. When you wake up in the morning, the same people that you used to call on the phone and talk to, you're realizing like, there's nothing to talk to them about, because not that y'all not on the same level, it's just like there's something else that I could be doing, right? Reminiscing about your old jokes and stuff, right? There's something else that I could be doing. There is a energy, y'all, I just ate all of that. Okay, there's an energy that is really showing. There's an energy that's really showing up in your life, and I believe that this is not an ancestor. Okay, this is not an ancestor. This is divine. This is a spirit, like a deity or a guide or something like that. But this is not. It's not feeling like an ancestor. It's feeling very familiar, but it's not feeling like an ancestor that is giving you this love. Okay? And that is something so different from you, right? That's something that you wouldn't normally, you'd be like, okay, this is my ancestors, this is my mom, this is my dad, this is my cousin. Oh, I always get a laugh out of them. But this is something that is an untouched path that you're going towards, and it's only untouched in this life. This is something you've already, actually, let me use these archetypal cards. This is a path that you've already traveled down before, right? And spirit is bringing you back to that path. They're bringing you back to that path simply because there's unfinished business here. Okay. Now, Mystic. All right, on that cut, reveals intimate union with the divine. I can't make it up. Okay. It says reveals an intimate union with the divine. And this is what you essentially are coming to. Okay. So you definitely could be someone that have connections, have past life connections with doing spiritual work. This is why some of the spiritual work that you do this lifetime, either you feel very connected to it or you feel totally disconnected from it. You like, I don't feel as if like where I was going to get the word of God, I don't feel connected to that, right? This ultimately is a divine pivot. Okay? Spirit keeps pulling you towards your path, towards your path. And I'm feeling some resistance. I'm actually feeling a lot of resistance, okay? So it said dilettante, and it says delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Okay. Now, this right here in past lives, right? And then I know that I messed up everything. In past lives, y'all, past lives. I've done past life readings on here before. If you haven't checked them out, I'm creating playlists, y'all. I'm creating playlists. And any past life reading that I've done, I'm going to put it up under the playlist. I want y'all really to sit and I want you to just say, you know what, Divine? Just show me, let me hear a lifetime that, makes sense. Okay? That makes sense for me, that I feel called to. Y'all go to the playlist. Like you can really talk to Spirit, and Spirit will put your algorithm the way that your algorithm needs the algorithm. Okay? Because I don't get messed in my algorithm. I don't know what anybody else gets, but I don't get messed in my algorithm anymore, right? And that's because I asked Spirit to put it into alignment. Now, I know that I messed up everything. I know that in past lives, people have abused their powers. I know, because I have. And I listen, y'all, I've lived hundreds of past lives. And I've seen some crazy ones where I'm like, oh, let me snatch up out of there. Let me get out of there, right? Been dreaming. Not right now. I'm not dreaming about any of my past lives. But the dreams be dreaming, okay? So, in the past life, someone has really abused their powers, okay? I know that, we start from God. We start from God, and then at the end of the day, greetings, Rich Rising, Kiki. At the end of the day, God gives us free will. Just like we have it this lifetime. You have a choice with everything that you do. And God absolutely gives us free will. And so right now, we have the opportunity to either move towards divine light, or we have the opportunity to, shut it all off and just live the way that we want. Messiah. Okay? I said the way that we want, but it's not what you really want. What you really want is you want to move towards your dharmic path. You want to be doing something. Somebody wants to be busy. Okay? They really want to be busy. Messiah, serving humanity and with humility. Alright? Now, when it comes to like using this and abusing who you've been in a past life and then coming into this life, right? And saying, well, I used to be this in the past life. I used to be that. If you ain't shit this lifetime, what you used to be in the past life, it don't matter. All you doing is dropping your merits. You're not elevating the community. You're not elevating yourself, your family, your loved ones. You're dropping it. You essentially are demoting yourself. And then you got to come back and you got to repeat another life. And instead of that next life being abundant, creative, and all of that stuff, what you're doing is, you got to pay off the motherfucking karma debts that you doing this lifetime, that you ranking up this lifetime. Or you can essentially be repaid for your karma. Okay, when you do good, you get good. When you do bad, you get bad. I don't, and you have to have so much fucking integrity this lifetime. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all have to have so much integrity this lifetime and discernment. And discernment, integrity and discernment go hand in hand with each other, right? That you can't just judge by what you actually have, by your material. You can't just judge by that, because at the end of the day, when I die, I'm just gonna go back to ashes, right? This motherfucking calendar ain't going with me. I hope that this yantra is sealed into my body. This is the Sri yantra. I hope that I have sealed it correctly into my body by living in integrity and using discernment, right? So I'm not even going to throw that in there. But this microphone ain't going with me. This iPad is not going with me. Y'all are not going with me. We are born alone and we die alone. Even when you get cremated, right? Your body goes to the, what is it, the stove? I don't know where they create people, right? Rich rising, Lori. Rich rising, babes. Rich rising. So when you die, right, your body goes, and they don't say, "Hey, I brought Alexis. I brought Alexis." What they say is, "I brought the body. I brought the body." I didn't bring such and such, Miss such and such, and Mr. such and such. They say, "I brought the body." You even lose your name. Those people, they cremate hundreds of people a day. Hundreds of people a day. Your friends are not there. Your family is not there. Your son is not there. Your sister is not there. Nobody is there with you but God, but divine. That's it. Your ancestors aren't even there. Your ancestors are not there. When you are facing that moment, your ancestors are not there. Your ancestors are in their on their job, their duty, because they have already went there. They already went there. And that is the last part of detachment. It's the last part of detachment. And when you're getting cremated, right? And you're watching your body, your soul is watching your physical body burn. You're feeling that detachment, and you're also doing a life review. You had the life review when your soul got snatched up out of your body. Now, y'all, I'm here to teach, right? And so I want to I tell y'all things about the afterlife. I tell y'all things about the past lives, like past lives when you were in a physical body, right? I tell y'all, I try to connect with y'all, and I tell y'all about the afterlife, because I get these messages from spirit guides. I get these messages from ancestors. I try not to get messages from ghosts, right? Hello, Fiona. I try not to get messages from ghosts, but some ghosts, when I cleared them out, I asked them because they weren't heard or whatnot. Right? I don't like the ghosts that like to stick by people that don't like to move. Some ghosts are very stubborn. Okay? Now, I never call myself a exorcist, right? I never call myself that, because at the end of the day, I just want to be respectful to spirits, right? I try to be very respectful to all spirits. And there are spirit attachments on people where they're like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I've met people where the spirit is like, no, this person said that they were going to be with me. I call it a Ghostbuster. Listen, they said that I'm going to be with this person. I'm going to be with this person. They promised me to always be with me. And then when I tell the person, I'm like, okay, you need to do this type of work because you need to break this contract. You need to cord cut. They be like, I'm going to do it my way, or I'm going to do it this way. But it's the most simplest thing. God said, these are the directions. God said, these are the directions. God said, these are the directions. Okay? My other books are my other contract books. Okay, wait. God said these are the directions. My other books are on my altar right now. Okay, because I'm reading them at the altar, so I'm not gonna go get them right now either because that's not y'all don't. I think I need to listen. I set me up an Amazon thingy, and I'm gonna put books in there and everything, right? So teacher, a night, a child, okay? The internal child, determined to remain young in the body, mind, and spirit, the ability to see things with fresh eyes, right here. This is who we are, but there's also children that transition early, right? That transition early, they have attachments to their family members, okay? They have attachments to their family members. And when I say transition early, like y'all know my son transitioned early in life, right? But I definitely did the proper movement. When I tell y'all that y'all have to do the proper movement in order to, because they're scared, okay? You ever had an abortion? You ever had an abortion? I don't know if I can say that. I guess I think I can say abortion is illegal here. But I think I can say this. People have had abortions, and y'all know them babies, them spirit babies. Like you have to properly move. There's a reading that I did where there was, I think it was a Cancer or a Capricorn that had an abortion. It was coming up in the reading. A Cancer or Capricorn that had an abortion, and she couldn't conceive this lifetime. And the reason why she couldn't conceive is because of the abortions. One, the amount of abortions that she had, not only in the past life, but also in this life. And now she's ready to conceive and she wants to have a baby, and she can't because at the end of the day, her eggs are not, I don't know, fertilizing properly. That's because that spirit babies, multiple spirit babies are attached to her womb. And she's a person that gets cysts and fertility issues. And when I say, hey, you need to do this work, she's so thrown into, like, I don't know, like just low vibrational stuff. Like, okay, well, I'm still going to drink and I'm going to do this. Like, you're not even making sacrifices like you want to be a mother. Like, you're not even saying, okay, mothers, real, true divine feminines, right? Divine feminines and divine masculines, they're going to put their children first. You're not going to endanger nobody's child. So you're not drinking every single day. I'm not saying you can't drink or whatever the case is, or you got to be, whatever. But you have to make some type of sacrifices. You're not drinking every day. You're not in your car drinking and driving. I just did a live. I told y'all that it's so many people out here in Houston that drink and drive. You're putting somebody's child at risk. Okay? I don't care if they're, my 16-year-old child just asked me, can I do driver's training? And I'm just like, I'm not afraid for him because I don't live in fear or anything like that. But I'm just like, so many alcoholics out here, like it's so many, because in the United States where we're born, there's accessibility to this. And I'm talking about all of this is because these are things that come up in past lives and past life readings, and they attach to your life this lifetime. And so many people want to move past that and move towards the divine, and divine has her hand out and is saying, come on, baby. Come on, you can do it. I know you can do it. Come on, just, like, let's move past it. We can do it, right? Liberator, all right? And rescuer, all right? This is divine, rescuing someone, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thoughts and patterns. I love that. Somebody is definitely a liberator. Not only are you a liberator this lifetime, but there have been other lifetimes where you were, and then you got off track. You was like, man, I don't want to keep helping people next, because people weren't appreciating you, appreciating you. That's last lifetime before that, and this lifetime too. They were not appreciating what you do. But guess what? You put too much value on what you do. You're supposed to do it for divine. You're not doing it for anybody else. You're doing it for the simple fact that this is a part of your motherfucking job. This is a part of your job. Like, oh, you're supposed to help people? It's a part of your job. If it's a part of your job, you don't want the credit. You're not waiting for the paycheck. You like, I'm already taken care of. Okay. Somebody in a past life, I can see they were like a saint. They lived in a village of some sort. Okay. The saint girl just popped in my head, but they were like a saint where they didn't get married, they didn't fall in love with anybody. I mean, they had love for everybody, but they were like some type of medicine woman or some sort. Okay. And so in this lifetime, you really been called to medicine, root work, and just like natural ingredients. All right. You have the Page of Swords. It did come out in reverse, but this is you. It came out sideways. Let me not say it came out in reverse. It came out sideways, right? But I'm going to hold it up like this. It's upwards, all right? This is you being curious. This is you being on the alert. So when people around you start to get sick or whatnot, it's like those antennas start going off in your head, and you like, okay, I got to take care of the community, all right? Now, High Priestess, okay? High Priestess. All right, I put it back. All right. So that spirit telling me that, you know, you are a high priestess, but you're going through initiation. You need not to claim titles that you haven't went into initiation about yet. Okay. That's where you getting swept up off of your feet. You like, oh yeah, I know that I'm a divine feminine. I know that I'm a high priestess, and I know that I'm an empress. You know that, but where are you being initiated? This divine pivot that's happening right now, you're stuck. You're stuck. I've been talking about that hard place in the rock, being stuck between a hard place and a rock. And I'm like, but the rock is a hard place to be. Okay. It's almost as if like the weight of your responsibility is on your back. And right before it clicks for you, you are almost ready to give up. So that's why I'm doing this message. And I'm telling y'all, no, you have unfinished business that you still have to release. Look at that unfinished business. 8 of Pentacles. All right. Some of y'all are going through an initiation. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Just because things are quiet, just because you're not getting the traction that you used to. Let me tell y'all something. I was looking at some of my videos, right? I was looking at some of my videos, and I'm like, how does that video have 2,500 views on it? How? And then I looked at this other video where I was going the fuck off. I wasn't listening to the video, but it's still available on my page. I wasn't listening to the video, but I know what I said in the video, and I was going off on these Sesame Street characters, right? Like ham. And I'm like, how the fuck does that video have like almost 3,000, 4,000 views on it? But then when I post something that's like this, it's got 100 views on it. It's got 200 views on it. And I'm like, what are you doing here, Divine? And it's the anti-energy that wants to keep me like, oh, you want people on your YouTube? You gotta keep going off. I tell y'all this all the time. I don't care if 1, 2, 3 people here. I don't care if it's just Lori that show up. I'm gonna give her the same message. Wanna know why? Because later on, those 2, 300 people, 100 people, they gonna get that same message. They gonna get that same me. People like mess, and that's all. And that's another thing too right now, y'all. I posted on my community tab. Something literally clicked. Like, this is how the vampires feed off of your energy. This is how they feed off your energy. Spiritual narcissists. I've been talking about spiritual narcissists for 4 to 5 years on this page. And I tell y'all, this is how they feed off of your energy. They are posting shit that's supposed to trigger you. Oh, I started the message off like that. That you're seeing things that are supposed to trigger you. It's a sale at Specs. I have never, y'all, okay, so when I come home, I have to pass 2 Specs. Specs is a liquor store, right? I have to pass 2 Specs. I have never seen a blinking light. I've been living here for 11 years. I've never seen a blinking light outside of Specs. They got a blinking light outside of Specs that say we got cold water here. I'm like, oh my goodness. And y'all know on TikTok, right, that cold waters are trending and stuff or whatnot, right? Listen, I've never seen a blinking light off of that. When I said on the community tab too, I said, these false spiritualists, they be drunk. They be drunk and they read. It's the only way that they can get a word from quote unquote divine or from the anti-energy. The vampires really the ones that's feeding their spiritual narcissistic ass ways, right? The only way that they can get messages is by attaching to the spirits that are in alcohol. That's the only way that they can get messages. And then they hop on here and they think that they're giving divine messages and they being, a catalyst for y'all motherfucking growth. And that's not what it is. That's not what it is. They smoking weed. How you doing a spiritual bath and you smoking weed in your spiritual bath? Like what? 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 Mother Earth is so mad. Mother Earth is so mad. She's so mad. She's so mad. And I'm not against like smoking weed or, I'm not against none of it. I'm not against none of it. But know where your messages is coming from. Know where your messages is coming from. If you cannot sit in silence with God, with divine, with your ancestors, with your spirit guides, with the angels, my phone just lit up and it ain't nothing on there. It ain't not one single message, right? Oh, wait, ring. That's ring. All right, so ring. All right, ring, ring, ring. Okay, listen, if you cannot sit with your spirit team quietly and not have monkey mind, all right, not have monkey mind, then you have to move those spirits out of here. You got to move those spirits out of here. You do. You have to move those spirits out of there because those spirits are the ones that are keeping you stuck in a karmic loop. A bad karmic loop at that. Okay, thank you so much, Divine. What's this unfinished business? We still have things to resolve and discuss. Eight of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. All right, you literally, a lot of people in your family have mental, they have ADHD, they have ADD. These are labels that I'm placing on this, okay? These are labels that I'm placing here, and y'all don't fault me or anything like that because what I said the other day, I said, please don't let the ADD kick in, okay? Don't let the ADD kick in. When I start getting distracted and I start talking about, damn, I need to make a cup of coffee before I go to work. Oh, okay, well, I need to make sure that I take out the trash before I go to work and wash them dishes when I'm supposed to be on here giving y'all a message, right? ADD, okay? A lot of our family members have these. They're schizophrenic. They have autism. They have some type of communication with a problem with communication with divine. That's because there are so many attachments in our family that we have allowed by drinking alcohol, by smoking weed when we're supposed to be doing our spiritual work. Okay, we're supposed to be doing our spiritual work. God said that's not how you need to talk to me. You just need to be in silence just for a minute. Just for a minute. Every day, just for a minute. You want to have it at the end of the day or whatever the case is. I'm telling y'all, you might end up in a little hell. I'm a Scorpio stellum here. Okay, look at that. The King of Wands peeking out with the Six of Cups. Okay, the King of Wands in reverse peeking out with the Six of Cups right there. I'm a Scorpio stellum here, right? And so I've seen myself in hell. I see myself in hell. I see myself guiding people to hell as well, right? I've seen myself, I've never seen myself guiding people to heaven, and somebody that's egotistical is going to say, she's never been an angel. I've never been an angel. I've never been an angel. I know what labels are. I know who these people really are. I've never been an angel. I've been somebody who is very religious, right? And I am instructing people on how to get to where they need to go to, right? But I've been a cab driver for people where, I'm just driving the cab. I'm not the person that's like, leading their hand and like, hey, we're going to walk in the pits of fire together. Remember what I told y'all dying alone. I've never been that person, but I have been a cab driver, which is so funny. It's so funny because a jitney just popped up in my head, right? This jitney that we used to have in Detroit. His name is Jen. Okay. But a Jen. All right. I've been a cab driver and I've been like, okay, here's your stop. And they go to hell. I can see I could see like, it makes me sad, but I could see like different places that, this is how I knew that hell was not, it's not the same for everybody. It's not the same for everybody. Let's say if you were a thief, right? And you cause people to, in their businesses and stuff like that. That's one sin, right? Being a thief, all right? Which is crazy. Okay? Being a thief. Y'all, the princess of this in reverse. Being a thief. Let's say you were a thief, right? You go to a hell where they are hammering nails into your hands. So when you reincarnate this lifetime, you like, I'm never touching anything that's not mine. I'm never touching anything that's mine, not mine. Okay? So all this right now, I already know that karma is going to catch up to every last single person that's ever done us wrong. They're going to get their karma. They're going to go to whatever hell that they have put on us, or whatever hell that we put on somebody else. They're going to experience that hell. Might not get it right now. Look, King of Wands, right? Might not get it right now. What's unfinished business? But Spirit is saying you're supposed to move people. How are you supposed to move them? So what's your job? What type of job? What's your job right now? Okay? Have y'all decided what type of job you really want in this life? All right, thank you so much. Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands upright. Ace of Wands in reverse and the Two of Wands upright. Somebody has decided that their type of job is going to cause chaos. They're a thief. They decided and they don't look at it like that. They don't feel like that. But let me tell you something. If I have this book right here, right? I have this book. I never read this book, right? I never read this book. I got this book in my house. You come to my house and you say, Alexis never reads that book. I never seen her pick up that book. I never seen her use that book. She used to use it 3, 4, 5 years ago, but she never used that book. And you like, I'm gonna just borrow this book. Okay? I'm gonna borrow. You say I'm gonna borrow this, right? And you take my book. You stole my book. You a thief. Let's say, for example, right? Let's say, for example, I post something here on this here internet, right? Assidual, something that I said, I put my energy into. I thought about it. I activated it. I posted it. I activated it. And I tell y'all, decidual is only for those that truly want to do this work, right? That truly want to do this work. They want to move something up out of here. But if you got a problem with me, this sigil ain't for you, right? And you take this sigil off of my page. You know damn well you don't like me. You don't fuck with me. None of that, right? You take this sigil up off my page. I don't care if it's a penny. Leave it where it is. Absolutely. Unless you find it outside. I found the penny outside my door this morning. I was like, find a penny, pick it up all day long. I'm going to have good luck. But it was outside my door. Okay, it was outside of my door. Okay, exactly. But you take this sigil off my page. And I say this sigil is not for you. But you decide that this sigil is for you. You are a thief. You are a thief. And I intentionally set the trap for you. So that's what this Ace of Wands is right here. So this is somebody intentionally living out their karma. Okay. This right here, creative blocks, lacks of energy, hesitation. If you choose that path, that's what you're getting. Now, if you choose this Two of Wands, you looking at this, you like, this is Ace of Wands. I'd rather have something big and powerful. I don't care how much karma it's going to bring me. And then you look at this Two of Wands and you like, I don't know what that feels like. That's the conflict that I feel like somebody is in right now. Okay. They're like, this right here, this Two of Wands, this is you leaving the comfort zone. Okay. You used to doing things your way. All right. What's values? Thank you so much, Divine. What is values? The Four of Cups in reverse. What's values? So you need to value your happiness above anything, okay? And your clarity, values. The Empress in reverse. I don't like that. The Empress in reverse. Your values are, okay, clear. Let's clear that out. You need to value your happiness, even if it's giving you a lack of fast growth. I don't know how else to put that. Like, you feel as if like things are going slow or whatever the case is. Y'all don't know how many people I talk to, and I talk to a lot of people and they be like, well, that's not gonna bring you no money. That's not gonna make this that's not gonna grow your, oh, this a good one. That's not gonna grow your YouTube. I'd be like, it's not. So having values is not gonna grow my YouTube. Beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, we're not choosing that. We're not choosing that. Whatever is coming in for you, it might be moving very slow or whatnot, and you might. But this is initiation. I told y'all are in initiation. 7 of Wands. You're not gonna have to fight for what's yours, what's truly yours. You gotta continue to go and fight and protect this and protect that. I'm also getting to what you feel as if you have to protect. It's not yours. It's not yours. If you feel like you have to continually defend your path and say nobody is going to move me out of here, nobody's going to stop me from doing this. But it's a whole collective of people that's, look at that, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. There's a whole collective of people that are like, you don't belong here. We don't want you here. We don't want you in our family. We don't want you in our community. Like, that's not your family. Like, y'all, strong Scorpio here, strong Sag here. I'm gonna say Sag. This is reminding me of where Saturn is in my chart. Hey, Saturn is so activated right now. Listen, Saturn is in my first house. I am the one to be like, that's not my family. Y'all cannot make me carry a family karmic debt that this family don't even want me in the family. You don't even want me in the family. Now, I am going to help the ancestors that pass on, but some people you just can't help until they become an ancestor. Ooh, Empress in reverse. Some people you just can't help until they become an ancestor. You could be cutting off a mother figure. Empress in reverse, because this mother figure doesn't value you. All right? This mother figure doesn't value you. The 10 of Wands. It's almost as if like you got to steady be her mother. Okay? And this might not actually be your mother, but this could be a mother figure in your life. This could be an older sister. This could be an older neighbor or whatever the case is. And they like, this is I'm the mom. I always have to be a mom. It's a burden to carry them. And you're burnt out on that shit. Like, completely fucking burnt out. And only person that's reaching their hand out to you and trying to help you with this, look at that, devil in reverse, shadow energy, is the divine mother. And the minute that they see the divine mother, this Empress in reverse, the minute that they see the divine mother snatching their baby back up, now they want to attach. Now they want to be like, I ain't mean what I said. You meant absolutely what you said, especially during this eclipse. If somebody said something, make them stand on that shit. All right, what's the 10 of Wands with the Empress? Thank you so much. What's the 10 of Wands with the Empress? Saturn and Sagittarius, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Make them stand on that shit. Ain't no more building a connection and trying to work with somebody. Like, no, conflict is conflict. And if we got conflict, I'm trying to resolve it the best way that I can. But I'm not going to be, the thing is right now is that if you're trying to resolve conflict the best way that you can, you have this inkling in your mind that in order to resolve this conflict, it doesn't mean working with this person. Okay? It doesn't mean going to have a drink with this person. It also don't mean having a drink yourself. 7 of Cups in reverse. I don't know why I'm getting back to drinking. It's almost like the poor choices that people are making, it has a lot to do with the spirits that are attached to lust, alcohol, and lust and alcohol, like sex and alcohol. Somebody could be getting 10 of Wands with the 7 of Cups. Somebody could be feeling as if like, well, this is they value sex. Somebody can value sex over their actual good ass relationships. Look, the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, and then the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess fell down. I'm gonna put her ass back. We ain't taking the High Priestess in reverse. This Queen of Wands in reverse with that high priestess in reverse, this could be a spiritualist. This definitely could be a spiritualist that y'all is vengeful. They vengeful. The only way that they can level up is through some type of sex magic, or either some type of spiritual attachment. Empress in reverse, Queen of Wands in reverse. This shit is crazy. And these are the things that we've all valued in the past. Like, we all been the Queen of Wands in reverse. We all been the Empress in reverse. We've been not taking offers from spirit, the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, not taking offers from spirit, being bored. Out of boredom, we gonna do some crazy ass shit. This is the broken energy that I'm feeling. Okay, this is the broken energy that I'm feeling. Thank you so much, Divine. How we get past this? Oh, Nine of Pentacles and the King of Cups. All right, not responding emotionally, having being an advisor. You know, using what you've been through, not to down somebody, but using what you've been through as advice to others. And this is going beyond your comfort zone. With the Nine of Pentacles, this is going beyond your comfort zone. Sometimes you can't help the people in your family directly. You need to help a whole community. And then you realize that, oh, my family is a part of that. Oh, okay, that's my cousin at my book signing. That's my cousin at my book signing. She thinks that, oh, I'm supporting my family. I'm going to just show up for the party or whatever the case is. But then she's going to hear so many people in the community. They're going to hear so many people in the community saying, your book really helped me. Your book motivated me. And she's sitting there, she flipping through the book like, bitch, what? And they going to be like, damn, you put your family in this book. So now your cousin being nosy as fuck. Like, bitch, you put your family in the book? Yes. Worried. They're worried about what you're going to say. That you're using their asses as examples. You use everybody around you as an example. Stop trying to be nice and be like, well, I'm not going to tell my story. Y'all, I get on here and tell my story all the fucking time. All the time. I tell my story and we're going to learn from their asses. They wanted to be a chapter in the book. They're going to be a chapter in the book. Okay, before I gravitate off of that, right? When I was younger, y'all, okay, stuff like that is always happening to me. Okay, listen, when I was younger, I had this book that I was writing, right? And I said, and this is before this movie came out. It's called To the Boys That I Have Loved or something like that. I don't know. It's about this girl that wrote love letters to all her crushes. All right. That movie came out a long time ago. But when I was younger, not younger, but when I'm very mature now, okay? But when I was in high school, I talked to boys, or I had crushes on boys. And so I was like, I'm going to write a chapter about each boy that I ever talked to in life, okay? I don't care if I talk to you for 2 days, you're going to get a chapter because, yeah, Libra Venus here, okay? Libra Venus. I loved all of them. I loved all my boys, okay? And so they can get a whole chapter. I didn't have sex with a lot of people, but I literally can write about how I felt about somebody. Like, oh my God, he brought me lunch today. But not knowing that, okay, he's doing that because technically, okay, I went through a poor stage. Like, I went through a stage where I didn't even have deodorant. Okay, I didn't even have deodorant. And he was like, shit, she cute. I don't want her to be out here struggling. People bullying her. I got bullied in school and all that shit, right? And so I makes sense. Libras are always in love. Absolutely. I married, my first husband was a Libra and he was always in love with somebody else. Me and somebody else, okay? All right. So I was like, I'm gonna write a book about boys or whatnot. This is what this feels like. But this is like family energy. This is community energy. This is like you writing a book about the people that about this Empress in reverse, this Queen of Wands in reverse, and this Three of Pentacles. Look, the Nine of Swords. Somebody is definitely having nightmares, fears, and anxiety, and they feel isolated. This is divine pivot. If you feel isolated right now, this is because God, divine, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spirit team showed up. Literally, I was in a meeting this morning with people's spirit guides, and they're like, you have a message. I also have to go to work in 7 minutes, y'all. So they like, you have a message that you have to share. So tonight I'm going live, y'all. I'm live. I'm off tomorrow. I'm actually not going live tonight. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. Tomorrow's my baby birthday too, but he'll be at school. So tomorrow during the day, I'm going live. I'm not going live tonight. I'm not going live tonight. He got me making roast, King of Wands in reverse, the Temperance bringing some balance, and the Hangman in reverse. He got me making roast, mashed potatoes, yams, baked macaroni and cheese, and seafood baked potatoes for his birthday. So I'm not going live tonight. I'm going live tomorrow. Okay, during the day. Tonight I got some unfinished business I need to take care of for my kids. Putting my kids first. Okay. Putting my kids first. And I have some ancestral work to do. So y'all, I just wanted to drop that message on y'all today real quick and let y'all know too that we have unfinished business that we need to speak about. Okay, we have unfinished business, and okay, Thanksgiving. That's exactly what Nas said. Sire was like, he was like, yeah, this is what I want. And I was like, it's like he sent me a screenshot of a picture and stuff. Oh, and mashed potatoes. He want yams and mashed potatoes. He want mashed potatoes with the roast. So I might not do seafood baked potatoes. I don't know. But what he told me, Nas was like, so basically you want Thanksgiving meals. And he was like, well, basically. And he want a coconut dream cheesecake. He don't like store-bought food. So, and then I'm making a pound cake tonight at work for the kids at work, and then I'm making one for my ancestors. So I have too much stuff to cook to even attempt to go live tonight, unless I go live in my kitchen, and then y'all gonna throw me off and my macaroni gonna be nasty. So that's what happened last time. So yeah, no, but I do want to celebrate him. He's trying to get me to rent a Corvette and drive around Houston too. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I knew I shouldn't have. He bougie. I'm like, we not doing that. We gonna buy us a Corvette when it's time to buy us a Corvette, but we not. Absolutely. Like, boy, you can't even drive. He just know you were about to cook all of that. I was the same. Girl, I am about to cook all of that. And they haven't had roast in a long time. Like a long time. So I went and bought a roast. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't even really want to mess with it, but it's what he want, and I'm gonna give it to him. Okay, I ain't gonna be that person. He's a good boy. He get on my nerves, but he a good boy. He be doing the most, but he a good boy. He not asking for anything else but a vending machine too, so it's cool. So I love you guys, and I will talk to y'all later. 98 up there. Okay, I will talk to y'all later. Let's see what 98 is. Real quick. 98 carries the frequency of promotion. It connects with the angel numbers with the energy of 9 and 8 to create 8. This angel number is here to reward you for your growth and dedication that you have been putting forth. You are going through an initiation and a promotion, either spiritually or physically. Be prepared for more responsibilities and access to the unknown. That's exactly what we just said, okay? So I love you guys, and y'all have a great day on purpose, as my baby Abby always said to me, and I hold it real close to me. Thank you so much, Lori. Thank you so much, guys, and I will talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye. Right? Promotion and initiation. So I'll talk to you about it